Hello everyone, my name is Leela Mankrishna and my roll number is 21bq1a05i0. I am from 3CSCC. Today I am going to discuss a seminar topic from the subject flat, formal languages and automata theory, and I have chosen the topic 5-tuple representation of finite state machine. So the topic name is 5-tuple representation of finite state machine. So we can write in short as FSM. So firstly, let us discuss the definition of finite automata. Finite automata is an abstract computing device and it is a mathematical model of a system. So I am explaining it in brief. Finite automata. Finite automata is an abstract computing device and it is a mathematical model of a system. And it is a mathematical model of a system. So it has some discrete inputs and outputs also, with some discrete inputs, outputs. So it also has transitions, with transitions from one state to another state, from one state to another state. So the transitions are done from one state to another state by consuming the input symbols. They are also known as alphabets, using alphabets. So this is the basic definition of finite automata. So finite automata is an abstract computing device and it is mathematical model of a system which has some discrete inputs, outputs, and also the transitions are done from one state to another state by consuming the input symbols. They are also known as alphabets. Now I will describe the finite state machine 5-tuple representation. So let us see in shortcut. So finite state machine is represented as capital M and it has 5. First one is Q, sigma, delta, Q0 and F. So this is known as 5-tuple representation of finite state machine. Now I will explain each term in this briefly. So coming to the Q. So this Q is non-empty finite set of states. Q is non-empty finite set of states. So this is a collection of all the states which are present in finite state machine. Coming to the sigma, it is non-empty set of input symbols. Non-empty set of input symbols. So these are also known as alphabets. As mentioned earlier, this can be A, B, 0, 1, etc. Like 0, 1, etc. Coming to the next one, it is delta. So delta is nothing but transition function. It is also known as mapping function. So transition function or mapping function. So this transition function is used to move one state to another state by consuming the input alphabet. So it can also be mentioned as delta maps from. So here Q is state. So from one state, if we take an input symbol from the alphabets, so it will move to another state. So here it will be one state and by consuming one alphabet, it will be transitioned to other state. So that is about delta transition function. Coming to the next one, Q0. Q0 is nothing but initial state. Initial state. So this Q0 belongs to the total number of states. So we can represent as Q0 belongs to capital Q. So as capital Q contains every state, so this Q0 initial state is also the one of the element in the capital Q. Coming to the last term, that is F. So F is final state. So it is important to note that there can be multiple final states also. So we can represent this one as F is subset of capital Q. So here it is only one initial state, but a finite state machine can have multiple final states. Now I'll explain it with a simple example. Now using this example, we can denote all the 5 tuple representations. So let us consider this finite state machine having input state as Q0, and there is another state, this is final state. So if I am giving 0 to input state Q0, it will be there only. 1, it is transition to second state, and here 1 and here 0. So now let us denote all these terms for the above example. So here Q, as we know, Q is non-empty set of final states. So we have 2 states, namely Q1 and Q0 and Q1. So here capital Q is equal to Q0 comma Q1. Coming to the next one. So this is a finite non-empty set of input symbols or alphabets. So here input symbols are 0 and 1. So sigma equal to 0 comma 1. Next, coming to the next one, transition function. So delta we can explain it with an example. So I am taking here first Q as Q0 on giving input symbol as 0, or let us take 1. So it is moving to Q0 on giving input symbol as 1, it is moving to Q1. So this is an example for transition function. Next, coming to the initial state, it is Q0 itself, and final state, it is Q1. So initial state is represented with inward arrow, and final state is double circle. So I hope you understood about this 5 tuple representation. Thank you.